Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. Today I'm doing a gimmick draft for Khans of Tarkir. I'm going to do a Khans of Tarkir Swiss draft, and I very rarely do gimmick drafts, but this is the 49th Khans of Tarkir draft I'm doing, so I figured I'd switch it up every once in a while. So I'll explain a little bit how this is going to work. This came in from Smaug UKA, and thank you for the suggestion. So here's how it works. I'm going to roll a dice in front of you guys, and it's digital dice, but depending on what I roll is going to determine what I'm playing. So this first little list here, we've got Pauper, so if I roll a 1 on this, I'm going to be drafting commons only. And if I roll a 2, it's going to be a 2-color deck, 3-color, 4-color, 5-color. You get it. And then if I roll a 6, it's a rare draft, which means I have to take the rare at all times if it's in there. And then if there's no rare, I have to take the uncommon. And if there's no rare or uncommon, then I can take commons. But that's sort of how the rare drafting is going to work. And if I am to get, the 2-color, 3-color, whatever, I have to roll again a few times to see which colors I'm playing. So how that's going to work is I roll the dice, and let's say I get a 1. I'm a 2-color deck, and I roll a 1. I'm not playing white. I roll again. Let's say I roll a 2. I'm not playing blue. I roll again. I roll a 3. I'm not playing black, so I would play red and green. And choice just means it's my choice of which color I want to cut. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. Let's roll this. So first we're going to predetermine what kind of deck we're playing. Let's see here. 5. So does that mean 5-color? Oh, geez. So I'm playing a 5-color deck. All right, well, we don't even have to do the secondary list roll. That just means I can play any of the 5 colors I want. All right, well, we're going to jump into this draft, and I'm predetermined playing a 5-color deck. So this should be interesting. We'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, the draft has started, and we've predetermined we're playing a 5-color deck, which means fixing is going to be paramount. I think we can take an Ivory Tusk Fortress here. It's a pretty awesome creature. Good reason to be 5-color. Otherwise, Dismal Backwater, start the fixing off. Not the most exciting. Debilitating Injury would be an excellent 5-color card, I would think, since it's a nice way to buy some time. But let's take a big fat fatty here to start it off for our 5-color. This would have been my first pick if this were a normal draft anyway, so I like it. So expect, I think another key thing to keep in mind with 5-color decks is to not take color-intensive spells. And by color-intensive, I mean spells that have multiple of a single color in it. Because I think it's much easier to attempt to get all 5 colors than attempt to get, more green than blue just a little bit. It's actually tough. I mean, it's just very challenging in general. But taking, none of them in here are multicolor. Well, I guess Warden of the Eye does have a lot of different colors in it. But that might actually just be the pick anyway. Otherwise, I'd take like a Bloodfell Caves just to get fixing. But I actually just like Warden of the Eye. And I mean, come on, we're doing a gimmick draft here. So if you want to see 5-color, let's take some powerful. We take some powerful spells. Yeah, I'm a big Warden of the Eye fan in general. And do we have any overlap here? Not much, huh? Just white. Just white. So we're already in 5-color territory by taking this Warden of the Eye. But I'm going to do it. 2 5-drops as well that are color intensive. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. But I do like these 2 spells. They're very strong. Okay, so now we've got a choice. There's a Banner, which likely more playable in a 5-color deck. But I think we're probably looking at the Winter Flame, since it's just very good. A lot of Morph would be nice as well in your 5-color deck, but I actually like Winter Flame since it kills Morph and taps stuff down. It's a good spell. Nothing else too crazy in here. Shambling Attendance is pretty good. No fixing to be had. Weapon Master's pretty good too, but let's take the Winter Flame. I'm digging it. I like removal. I'd also get it back with the Warden of the Eye, which is nice. Is this a warrior? It's an elephant. All right. Could take the Sultai Soothsayer. Could take the Rugged Highlands. Soothsayer is very good. Treasure Cruise, also very good. I do like the Raider Spoils a lot, as you all know. Do I want to get another 5-drop right away? I mean, this is a great card. It's a great blocker. And gets you card advantage as well as works synergistically well with Warden of the Eye, actually. Let's take it. I mean, we're doing gimmick. We're doing some crazy 5-color nonsense. Yes, we're going to need fixing, but we'll find it. Like now. Now I can take Scoured Barrens and be fine. And taking it over Bring Low, which is also fine, but I think I value the Scoured Barrens for a 5-color deck more than I value the Bring Low here, so let's put that in the old sideboard for now. So we are definitely 5-color. Got some crazy 5-drop creatures going. Nice removal spell and 1 piece of fixing, but more to come, I am confident. Well, there is a Lich Lord, but unfortunately he's just not that great. He's okay. I just don't like that it's random. What else can we take? I mean, Mastodon is another 5-drop, so I'm not super interested in that. I actually like Tormenting Voice with Warden of the Eye, but I'm not really feeling that either. Could take the Banner, but Banners go so late I'm going to table it anyway. Maybe we just take the War Behemoth, which is just a morph dude who blocks well. Yeah, there's nothing else really exciting in here. And like I said, Kara Lichlord just, unfortunately, is not that great of a card. Maybe if he fed the graveyard in some way, it would be better. Kind of want to move these 4, 5. Okay. So we've got a Tranquil Cove. We have Seek the Horizon. Seek the Horizon might be what we're looking for here, since we're 5-color and all. I do like the Tranquil Cove too, but I actually think just taking a Seek here, getting it out of the way now, is just nice. It probably means maybe we want to lean a little bit towards green, but that's tough to say. Let's just take the Seek, get the nice, find all the lands we need to make this deck work. Okay. Bloodfell Caves seems fine. Yeah, this is totally an unorthodox deck by my standards, only because I, clearly do not play a lot of 4 and 5-color decks. But yeah, I'm going to try my best to design it. I mean, it does help if you predetermine what you're playing and you've predetermined you're playing 5-color. It is kind of fun to draft, but I feel like I'm going to end up with a mess of cards. Highland Game, there's also Force Away. Force Away is better against like auras and tokens. Highland Game is just very nice because it's a 2-drop that also blocks and gains you some life. I think we probably have more luck with Force Away, since I think we're going to end up being more of a control deck than like a beatdown deck. Not that Highland Game is necessarily beatdown, since like I said, you can trade and gain life, but I think I'd rather have the Force Away. We don't have to have a high creature count in this deck, which is kind of nice. Since, we're 5-color, so we're going to have a lot of just high value, high impact cards. So just cards that can buy you time, help you survive, are going to be very, very important. Let's take the War Behemoth. There's a Banners, a Lurkers. I think we'd probably take the Weapon Master. It's a morph dude. High reward if you unflip him. Alright, we can take the Banner now. Remember, we can play Banners. We don't have to, but we can. Guess we'll take the Scaldkin. Here's another Banner. As expected, the Banners will table. Do we need them? Likely not, but we'll take them for now, just in case. So far we've got white, black, red, blacks. A lot of black fixing. Ooh, Sultai Ascendancy. I mean, better in a Sultai deck with a lot of Delve. Currently rocking 0 Delve, but Sultai Ascendancy is good with the Warden. I think I probably want the Flare, since life gain's going to buy us some time. There's also a Throttle in here, which is good. But I think Flare is actually what we want. Cards that are going to get us into the late game are going to help us the most, in my opinion. Since, especially since most of our creatures will gain us life. I guess not the Warden, not the Weapon Master, but Soothsayer, Fortress, the Behemoths, and the Flayer itself. Yeah, Flayer's just a great card. What a fantastic card that is. I love this. So let's take it. Very good. Ooh, Ankle Shanker. Well, I mean, better with something aggressive, but it is essentially read, if you're far enough in the game, it can win you the game, for sure. Would I rather have something else, though? I don't know. I mean, I think the problem is we're going to be more controlling, so a card like Ankle Shanker isn't necessarily going to help us the way we want it to. If we don't have a lot of creatures, Ankle Shanker's not going to be that good. But are we really passing up much? Yeah, I guess Crippling Chill's a pretty awesome card. I mean, I don't want to play against Ankle Shanker anyway, if we're trying to be defensive. There's also a little bit of fixing in here, which is nice. Another 5-drop, but it's a rare. It does have high impact, but we're going to be more controlling. If we're going to be more controlling, I don't think I want the Ankle Shanker. I do think it's a powerful effect, but it's not high impact enough on its own. It requires other stuff. I think I'm taking the Crippling Chill. Ooh, Crater's Claws. How is that getting past? Yeah, I think even though there's a Frontier Bivouac in here and a Blossoming Sands and a Treasure Cruise and a Throttle and an Abzan Guide, geez, tons of stuff we want. But gotta take the Crater's Claws. You kidding me? It's like a fireball effect. How can you not take that? Okay, so now could take a good blocker. Water Whirl's actually a pretty powerful effect, but I don't like the double blue, like I said. Multiple of the same color, I think, is actually a little bit of a problem. Could take the Cliffs. What are we passing here that's really good? I mean, Wind Scout's good aggressively. I don't think this is a Wind Scout deck. Bloodfire Mentor is good with the Flare, I guess, and it's nice to have like a looter effect, but not really feeling that. Ride Down is a good card, but I don't really feel it for this deck because we're going to be slower, so we just want to make sure that we're fixed and we're doing stuff early. Sultai Scavenger is also good. It's just good. Let's take the fixing. I haven't taken in a while, and we're in desperate need, I feel like. All right, Sage of the Inward Eye, absolutely taking that. This is a good card to take when you're 5 color, I'll tell you that much. It's also a Force Away, Rugged Highlands, etc. Treasure Cruise, which I would like, but Sage, all the way, baby. Let's take all those 5-drop crazy cards. These 5-drop crazy cards also do motivate you to want to play banners a little bit more. I can see the argument there. Feat of Resistance is very strong. I'm kind of leaning towards a Bear's Companion, but that is another 5-drop. Maybe we need, but it is good. It's like a bunch of board clutter. Feat is good too, but if we're low creature, it's not going to be as good, but it does protect Sage and gives lifelink, which is good. Could take the Long Shot Squad, but it's not super exciting. Guess I'm taking the Companion. We're taking a lot of 5-drops, I understand, but we very well may end up playing banners in here, in which case they're much better. We could take the Ponyback Brigade for like board clutter. It's not that great in here, though. We don't get a lot of rewards for a bunch of little creatures. We're almost better off taking War Behemoth, which is less color intensive and still works well with Flare. We already have 2, though, which makes it less good. Could take the Rite of the Serpent, but the double black could be a problem. Then again, we do have good black fixing. Not really passing all that much in here. Disdainful Stroke's okay. I guess I'll take the right. I don't really like it all that much in this deck, but seems okay. Bring Low, yeah. I think that's what we're looking for. Could also take the Kintree Warden as just like a regenerated blocker, but I'd rather just have removal. Alright, here's a Throttle. Another 5-drop, but it's removal. Snowhorn Rider versus a second Weapon Master. Weapon Master's pretty good, but it requires other creatures. I think Snowhorn Rider's probably a little bit higher impact on its own. And don't really need any of these. Guess Act of Treason might be good against us. So only 3 pieces of fixing and a Seek the Horizon currently, so certainly going to be needing at least a couple more land fixers. But this deck's only 1 card away from actually being a deck, so it probably could use some upgrades as well. Currently, Warden of the Eye finds Force Away, Winter Flame, Crippling Chill, Seek the Horizon, Bring Low, Throttle, Crater's Claws. Those are all pretty good. Let's take the Bloodfire Mentor since it's a good blocker. I actually like Water Whirl, but I think we're in need of some more early defense type cards. I feel like we may want the banners because we've got all these 5-drops that are color intensive, but we may just end up cutting a couple of the 5-drops if we can find more suitable cards. We may not cut them at all if we can get some good fixing out of this pack 3 here. But, I mean, we have a lot of high-impact, powerful spells in here. Jeez. This is a crazy pack. There's a Rugged Highlands. Abzan Charm is pretty strong. We already have 23 cards. Let's cut the banners for now. Only because I don't know which ones I necessarily want. I should probably sort by color, I guess. Take a look at what we're dealing with. So we have a lot of Jeskai, it seems like. But we also have some green that's going to be necessary. So, I don't know. God, Mardu Ascendancy is good, but not on this deck, I don't think. Kind of tempted to take the Abzan Charm, especially with the Ivory Tusk Fortress. It's just very synergistically good. And it's just very... It's color intensive, yes, but it's diverse in what you can do. I'm going to take it. I mean, we're playing gimmicky 5-color. I'd say go balls to the wall. All right, let's take Thornwood Falls here since we've already got a deck established. I think all the lands we can take at this point are going to be good. Swiftwater Cliffs, yes. Could actually take the Embodiment of Spring, but is green and blue even our main colors? Maybe. I'd almost rather just have Swiftwater Cliffs. I feel like our deck has got enough goodies in it. It's just a matter of can I fix adequately. We could take the Embodiment here. I think that's fine. And then maybe focus on green, blue, splash the other colors. Might be able to work. Granted, I don't have a ton of experience with 5-color decks in this format. But so far, I think we're doing okay. Oh, Jeskai Charm too? Jeez. Yeah, it's pretty good. The lifelink. I'm going to take it over the Blossoming Sands, I think. I mean, hell. If you're going to get greedy, gotta go all out. Dragon's Eye Savant's actually pretty good blocker. I could see this being good for our deck. I think we have enough blue spells to reveal too, so I actually like that. It's just a good blocker. Also works well with the Flare. So no fixing. We already have a Rite of the Serpent. I guess we could take Set Adrift, but it's not all that great. Singing Bellstrike not a very good card, especially since we're a card that, or a deck rather, that goes to the late game, but it could actually be a sideboard tool we need if someone just is too quick for us. But yeah, it's just not a very good card in general, but best in a, you know, five or a aggro deck, but not especially feeling it. Could take the Rider here, I guess. Yeah, Rider's a good card. It's a morph, high impact. It's got blue in it. This deck's got everything we need. It's just a matter of what can we play and what do we have to cut. So we could take another Weapon Master. I'm not sure if we need it. Do we need another Behemoth? Perhaps not. We don't need anything else, really. I guess Awaken the Bear is a combat trick, but I'm not sure this is the deck for it. I guess it's just a good... I don't need anything else. So I'll take the Awaken the Bear in case, but I don't think I need it. Long Shot Squad. There's another Seek the Horizon. I feel like 2 is probably unnecessary. With 5 lands and Embodiment. Dreadmaw. I actually think Dreadmaw is a good idea for this deck, oddly enough. I guess it's a 5-drop, though. Well, I'm going to take the Dreadmaw anyway. It is another 5-drop, though. Bloodfire Mentor, we already have 1. 2's probably not the greatest, but I might actually need a Naturalize for sideboard, just in case. Scout the Borders doesn't seem that good. Sagu Archer actually seems pretty good, though. Skuldkin number 2, why not? Probably not playing either of them, to be honest. Or the Summit Prowler, especially. Okay. So, did we end up with enough fixing? Maybe not. Can we still make this deck work? I think so. Do I think it's going to be super successful? Let's just say I'm not super confident in it, but I will absolutely play it, and I think there is a shot that it could win. First and foremost, this deck clearly 18 lands. Since I think flooding is going to be less of a concern than just being able to cast our spells. We do have a lot of 5-drops in here, but keep in mind some of them are morph. I guess less than I realized, though. That's okay. Let's get our morph dudes down because they're very important. What's nice about our morph dudes is they don't require us to have our colors in order before we can at least play them as gray ogres. Creator's Clause is in here, so we have to make 6 cuts. Let us group stuff separate. I think I want to ditch the Skuldkins, not because they're bad, but not really feeling them. 4 mana for 2 toughness just isn't what I think I want to do with this deck. This deck really needs to either be killing things or blocking early. That is a lot of 5-drops. So let's try and get this in order, which ones we actually want to play and which ones we got to cut. So I guess we probably cut the Dreadmaw, not because it's bad, but because our other 5-drops are higher impact. It is a lot of 5-drops. And the Throttle, too. I mean, I kind of want the Throttle, but I think we actually cut the Rite of the Serpent. I don't like the double black. And we still are pretty good on removal. I guess I could cut Throttle. Hmm. 2 more cuts, huh? Well, it should probably be a 5-drop, I guess. Do I need to run Bear's Companion in here? It's certainly not bad, but I have enough finishers and enough 5-drops where I think I'm just going to cut a couple 5-drops. Just to make sure our curve's a little bit lower, a little bit on the lower side. So we're absolutely playing, here it is, your 5-color craziness deck. There's more than enough blue to flip our Dragon's Eye Savants, in my opinion, and there's more than enough stuff to find with Warden of the Eye. Sage of the Inward Eye certainly is good in this deck as well. A way to come back. I like the Soothsayer, finding stuff. We don't have any Delve. Crater's Claws is a good way to finish someone off. So this deck looks entertaining, at the very least. Let's just say I'm happy this is a Swiss draft, though. Jeez. All right, let's combine, sort by color. Did I click that already? Okay. So let's... Do they show the color pie anymore? I guess they don't, unless... Maybe I just don't know how to do it. So we've got... Gonna have to figure this out quick, huh? So green, green, green. So this is all of the green. We've got 3, 5, 8 green sources we need. I think blue is probably our most prevalent color. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 8 green, 12 blue, 10 red, 8 white, and how much black? 1, 2, 3. Only 3? All right, so we're lightest in black, which is actually kind of nice that we got a couple black land fixers then. So let's focus on, I think, the blue and the green, so we can make sure we're hitting our Seek and make sure we're hitting our Embodiment of Spring, as that's going to be really helpful. So, so green, blue, and then we just need 1 white. I see. Okay. This should be interesting. So we've got... it's a pretty even deck other than the black. The black is the lightest color in our deck. Only 3 spells. So don't have to focus on that. Have a couple pieces of fixing for it already. We could probably get away with 1 swamp to find with Seek. So that's only 3 sources of black for our 3 black spells. Yeah, that's probably fine. And then we have how many red sources already? We have 3 sources of red already, but we have a fair amount of red in the deck. 10. So I'm probably going to want like maybe 3 mountains. How many green sources? I only have 1 green source so far and 3 blue sources. So I'm probably going to want like 5. Let's just start adding. So I wanted the 1 swamp. I agree with that. 3 red sources. How many did I have already? So I want 6 sources of red if I do that. I need to up my green count tremendously. And white, I guess. I don't need a ton of white though, right? Let's just let's try this. Lower that. Lower this. Up this. Let me take a look at this. So this would be 5 sources green. Jeez, the mana base is the hardest part about this deck. So 3 sources black, 5 sources green, 5 sources blue, 3 sources red, 4 sources white. Jeez, that sounds pretty atrocious. Do I need a ton of red? I need a fair amount of red. Man, this mana base is ugly. Oh, I've got 5 sources of red already. I see. So 5 sources red, 5 sources blue. I think we probably lower the red 1 more then. And up my green or my blue. I do need the white as well, but up the green or up the blue? Let's see what's on the curve so we can take a look here. I guess the blue. We need blue and green. Jeez. All right. This deck's looking a little bit ugly, folks. I'm not sure about this now. Our mana base is pretty bad. Even with like 6 inter-battlefield tapped. Maybe I needed to focus on 2 colors. I kind of just wanted to take all the powerful spells, but that's okay. Let's add 1 more blue, I think. So that way we've got 7 sources of blue. Well, then well, maybe we add a green then, so I can have 6 of each. 6 sources green, 6 sources blue, 4 sources red, 3 sources black, 4 sources white. All right, guys. I think we're running it like this. Pretty ugly mana base, I'm not going to lie. It is a pretty ugly mana base, but I'm hopeful. I mean, this deck could, believe it or not, still actually do something, but am I confident that it can? No, not especially. Not especially confident in this deck, but it should be interesting nonetheless, and I'm sure you guys want to see 3 rounds. I kind of wish I'd gotten something of value, so if I get stroked all 3 rounds, I'm not just out everything, but I don't do these gimmick drafts very often, so at the very least, it should be at least comical watching me get thrashed by actual decks. But let's try it like this. This should certainly be interesting.